To insert the first waypoint in your route plan, move the cursor to the position on the chart where you want to start your route, then click with the mouse. If you want to see the bearing and distance measurement presented on the chart, then switch on the guide box. To insert the remaining waypoints in your route, move the cursor to where you want the next waypoint to be, and click. Another way to insert waypoints is to place your cursor on the waypoint in the route plan, then right-click. The following options for inserting a waypoint will be given: Insert After, Insert Before. Insert After works in two ways. The first way is if you place your cursor on a waypoint in the Waypoint tab, which is between the start and the end waypoint. Then right-click and click Insert After. The ECDIS will now insert a waypoint exactly in the middle, between the waypoint you placed your cursor on and the next. The second way is if you have placed the cursor on the last waypoint in the route. When you then click Insert After, then you will be asked to give a direction and a distance for next waypoint. Insert Before works in a similar way as Insert After. When you click Insert Before, then the ECDIS will place a waypoint in the middle, between the waypoint you stand on and the previous waypoint. If you want to edit your waypoint, you can do it in the following ways: drag and drop, adjust position, change latitude and longitude. Drag and drop is where you drag a waypoint to the new position you want it, and drop it there. You put your cursor on top of the waypoint you want to edit, then press down and hold the left mouse button. Use the trackball to move the cursor and waypoint to the new position, then release your left mouse button to drop the waypoint. Adjust position is where you put the cursor on a waypoint in the route plan window, then you right-click and press Adjust Position. You will now be able to adjust the waypoint position by bearing and distance from the previous waypoint. If you have an exact position where a waypoint need to be, like a pilot station, then you can enter or edit the waypoint manually in latitude and longitude on the route plan page. If you want to delete a waypoint, then you have the following ways of doing it. Put the cursor on the waypoint in the chart, and right-click, then click Delete Waypoint. You can also click on the waypoint on the route plan page, and right-click on it. Then click Delete Waypoint. When you have finished entering all waypoints in your route plan, then you put the on the chart and right-click. Then you press Finish. You can now continue on your route plan without accidentally moving or deleting a waypoint. Now we can begin editing our route plan. We can give a name to the waypoint, change steering mode, rhumb line, or great circle, adjust turning radius, adjust XTD limit. A note to this is that you either have to use symmetrical or asymmetrical for the whole route. Input planned and max speed for each leg. Set up value for safety margin on each leg. Input values for parallel index lines. Input time difference between UTC and local time at each leg. When you add a new waypoint, modify a waypoint, or change other waypoint data, the ECDIS runs a geometry check. If the leg or waypoint does not pass the geometry check, the following message will appear in the route plan window: Impossible turn at waypoint. Bad leg. And it will be highlighted in red, where at the certain waypoint, the problem is. To remedy the geometry fails on a leg or turn, you can do the following: decrease or increase the radius of turn of the waypoint or one of its neighbors. Change latitude or longitude of the waypoint or one of its neighbors. Or you can try changing the planned speed of the leg. After adjusting the waypoints, and the XTD limits. The first part of the finished route could look similar to this. As you see, the XTD limit is now within the safety contour. This will make sure that we don't get safety contour alerts during route check and route monitoring.